2022, we've got an all-new Nissan Pathfinder.
And based on first impressions, the Pathfinder's future looks promising.
Starting with style, the 2022 Pathfinder has a rugged, modern presence that looks infinitely cooler than the smooshy 4th generation model. Let's all take a moment to appreciate the Pathfinder's new style. To Nissan's credit, the Pathfinder will be offered in a range of colors, including 5 two-tone combinations, similar to what they've done with the smaller Nissan Kicks and Rogue. Sneak past the exterior, and there's more to appreciate. Nissan has greatly elevated the Pathfinder's interior game.
The cabin's vibe suggests premium aspirations for the Nissan brand. If you look around, we got stitching on the dash, we've got this really cool pattern on the seats, and if you touch around, the material quality feels really good. To me, the interior of the Nissan Pathfinder feels classy, and I mean classy in a good way.
This being the loftiest leather-clad platinum version, it's got an upscale vibe. Lower trims will feel more elemental, but even minus fancy touches, the Pathfinder's interior layout works great. The controls are simple to use, the standard 8-inch or optional 9-inch touchscreen is placed high near the driver's sight line, and there's a handy under-console storage area made possible by the new electronic shifter. Of course, as a family-oriented mid-size 3-row SUV that can carry up to 8 occupants, the big question is how well people fit inside.
Alrighty, let's go through all of the positions. In the front seat, this is always the easy one. Let me get it set for my body type. By the way, while I'm doing this, I really like the look of the steering wheel. It looks kind of sporty. Kind of reminds me of like the old Miata sporty steering wheel. It's flat bottom and everything. Okay, this is how I would sit up front here. Good view, pretty high hood, but I can see pretty well in all directions. Moving to the second row. Oh, so it's kind of a stadium type setup where I'm up a little bit higher than the front row. Let me move that here. This feels pretty good. Nice view around. Great. One of the things they added for this generation is a one-touch second row slide feature, and this is standard across the board. So push that. Oh, and the whole thing slides forward without flipping forward. That's cool. You could probably flip that forward even if you had a child seat in. Okay, moving to the third row. Let's see what we got. Now this seat's back a little bit further than I normally would have it, so knee room is pretty tight, but let's see. Yeah, good headroom clearance, and again, I'm up a little bit higher, so I feel like I've got a good view out. I would be willing to sit back here for a little bit if the driver's position was occupied.
In addition to the standard 8-passenger interior, you can also spec a 7-passenger interior with second-row captain's chairs like we have here. Beyond passenger space, the other big question is cargo room. With the third row raised, there's still a healthy 16.6 cubic feet available. Drop the third row for 45 cubic feet. Those figures are slightly smaller than the Kia Tellurides, but just barely. And for better managing hauls from the grocery store, the Pathfinder will also offer Nissan's divide and hide cargo management system. But this one doesn't have it, which is why we're not showing it.
And now the part I'm most thrilled about, the powertrain.
All 2022 Pathfinders will utilize a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine matched to, wait for it, a 9-speed automatic transmission. Oh, I can't tell you how nice it'll be not to complain about the former Pathfinder's continuously variable transmission. For getting power to the ground, front-wheel drive is standard, while a 7-mode 4-wheel drive system is optional.
And if you plan to tow, the Pathfinder maxes out at a stout 6,000 pounds.
As for features, a basic 2022 Pathfinder includes 3-zone climate control, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, and 10 airbags. Higher trims add stuff like a 360-degree camera system, ventilated front seats, a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, and full-speed dynamic cruise control. Based on first impressions, it looks like the Nissan Pathfinder could be a legitimate competitor for mid-size 3-row SUVs like the Honda Pilot, Toyota Highlander, Ford Explorer, and Hyundai Palisade. And no, I don't know how much it'll cost yet. But let's just guess, somewhere in the low $30,000 range when the Pathfinder goes on sale in the summer of 2021.
I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but this is the first Pathfinder in like forever that I'm actually excited to drive about. Nissan, good job making me feel an emotion.